You know, I'm realizing it feels a little inappropriate to have Juniper with the twin adder barding when we are no longer in the twin adder. Can we change that? Do we have better barding than that right now? We have Lominson Saddle, good. We have the Lominson Saddle. It just gives it to us automatically for switching over to the Maelstrom. Fair enough. Alright then. Hey! Welcome to the finale of patch 2.4. After this, we're going on a little bit of a break while I get patch 2.5 ready. But, recently I was working with my roommates, and we got a ton of drops out of previous trials that we were hoping to get. So let's start going over some loot that we picked up. Let's see, we got a bunch of triple trad cards. From the Dragon's Neck, we got Ultros and Typhon. We got 6 Ultros and Typhons, actually. From Ramu Extreme, we got Ramu. From Leviathan Extreme, we got Leviathan. From Shiva Extreme, we got Shiva. Finally clearing all those out. And from the Dragon's Neck, we got the very, very rare Tara Branford card, which is one of the cards that appears on the very last page of your triple trad card list. It's one of these really special cards. I believe she's the protagonist of Final Fantasy VI. I still need to play 6. But yeah, she's normally really hard to find, but you can get her rarely from the Dragon's Neck. Let's see, what else did we get? We got the Wind-Up Ultros minion, a fraction of the size, but yet every bit as annoying as the real thing. Be forewarned, once Ultros shows up, he's liable to stick around. Well, unfortunately, we have him now. And if we check out his info on the minion guide, we have... One can only imagine the time and effort Master Goldsmith Godbert put into the creation of this lifelike recreation of a lecherous purple octopus. God, he actually went through with it. Muscleheads? Hate him. From Ultros. Alright, and finally, we got the Boreas Whistle, the mount from Shiva Extreme. Huh. Wow, it was subtle, but I sure did just notice something pop up on my map, on my mini-map just now. I'm sure it's nothing. Let's take a look at Boreas. Legend states that the Lady of Frost Shiva birthed this magic seed from a unicorn offered by her followers in sacrifice. Nay is but a hoofbeat away from Nay, from the Uma Bugyo. Alright. Wow! Wandering Minstrel, you sure do suddenly have a quest for me now that I have that Shiva mount. Does it have anything to do with the fact that I have the, let's see, Ithon mount, Xanthos mount, Gulfaxi mount, Enbar mount, Markov mount, and Boreas mount? All 6 of the primal mounts all at once? Does it have anything to do with having all 6 of those at the same time? The Wandering Minstrel of Revenant Soul would like us to wet his whistle. No thank you? How good it is to see you again, Satora. Little have I had to wander in search of inspiration these past moons, for the very air resounds with word of your valorous deeds. Are the rumors true? The primals of Eorzea are resurrected in ever more ferocious forms, only to meet a swift end at your hand. That would be true. I knew it, but tell me, in your forays among the tribes, did you ever come across a nightmare? Steeds of darkness, gifted to the tribes by the servants of evil as mounts for their unholy armies. Or so the rumors have it, for neither sable hide nor inky hair have I seen firsthand. Yeah, I happen to have 6 of them, plus a rare one called Nightmare. You have not only seen these fell beasts, but tamed them. Even the fabled magic steeds consecrated by the primals themselves. I can scarce believe it possible, yet if any woman is capable of the feat, it is you. I thought the animals were merely the stuff of legend, creatures of manifest darkness sacrificed to the beast tribe, to the tribe's unholy gods. See, the new word is allied societies, but allied societies specifically refers to the ones that we ally with to do the quests. And if we just say the societies, that's unfortunately vague enough that... You know what? We're just gonna go with it, and from context, we're gonna know what it means, even though it is a little bit vague, just as a general term. Creatures of manifest darkness sacrificed to the society's unholy gods, emerging from the void recast in their elemental image. To think that not only do these eldritch beings exist, but I know the very woman to whom they answer. Yes, I see it now. You're the one, Zatora, the one of whom the Oracle spoke all those years ago. I wish you to have this whistle. I collected it during my wanderings in the East. A gift from an ancient hermit who lived a life of seclusion atop a holy mountain. At the time, I thought it a poor reward for climbing to the top of that god's forsaken peak. But as I turned to go, the hermit spake unto me thus. The gift I give you is no mundane instrument. Only a matchless hero may sound its clarion call and summon the ageless one. A legend to call a legend forth. Cold that I was, I thought him senile, a broken man with a broken whistle. And yet, there was something in the passion of his voice, the glint in his eyes, that told me he was speaking true. Though my lips have never mustered a single peep from the thing, I have kept it at my side ever since. But now I gladly part with it, for who could the hermit have been speaking of but you, Zatora? A matchless hero who has defended the realm time and time again from the primal menace. A living legend who can call forth legendary beasts at will. Surely he must have foreseen our fateful meeting. Full faith have I that your heroic lips will succeed where my merely musical ones failed. What an honor it shall be to bear witness to the first encounter between the greatest hero of our time and a mythical creature the like of which the world has never seen. What a song I shall make of it. But a sublime song calls for a sublime setting, and I can think of none better than the crystal cliffs of Rathafrost, overlooking Silvertear Lake. Forgive me for wishing to add a touch of theater to an already auspicious event, but if you would indulge me this once, I would be eternally grateful. I shall follow you to Rathafrost and keep out of sight until such time as you blow the fife, and summon the... Oh, but my heart races just to think of it. To Rathafrost, Zatora, your legend awaits. You might also need to get the Nightmare Mount, which comes much more rarely from the first three primals, from specifically from either Ifrit, Titan, or Garuda Extreme, and much more rarely than the other mounts. I'm not sure. We will actually find out very soon. It will be very obvious if it's required or not. Even though I already have it. Well, if it was required, then the fact that I already have it... The fact that we already have the quest actually means that we can't figure out just doing the quest itself. But, we'll be able to figure out from the cutscene coming up. It'll be fairly obvious. Anyways, let's get on up to Rathafrost. And let's blow that whistle. Nightmare is not required. Beautiful. Not even in my wildest flights of fancy did I ever dream of witnessing such a sight. If I am not mistaken, this is the immortal Kirin of Eastern legend. Thank you, Zatora, for allowing me this chance to see one with my own eyes. I shall treasure this memory for always. That the Kirin has responded to our summons can mean only one thing. It assents to your command. It is as I always knew it would be, from the very moment we met. You are the one the hermit spoke of, the legend fit to call the legend forth. Beneath the crystal bower, a silent whistle sounds, that o'er a crystal tower around the world resounds. So from its clouded kingdom a golden seed descends, to bend its knee to a hero brave and for its strength to lend. I am positively overflowing with newfound inspiration, and it is all thanks to you, Zatora. I shall call this song The Ballad of the Myth Rider. It shall be my finest creation yet. I have but one request, Zatora. As you ride out into the wide world to top your legendary steed, do not forget to return to me every once in a while and recount your adventures. People the realm over may shout your praises, but who among them can set them to verse as well as I? And we get the Kirin Fife and the final extreme mount of A Realm Reborn. signifying that we have gotten the mounts from every single extreme trial in A Realm Reborn. There is one of these special mounts for every single expansion, usually coming out right at the end. But we got it. We got it, we got it. Mount guide, not minion guide. Alright, Kirin. Ask any man in Othard who rules the realm of beasts, and you will receive the same answer. Kirin. It is believed that the lion-like creature has walked the eastern lands for over 1,000 years and will only answer the call of a hero it has deemed worthy. It has scales, which is really interesting. Even folk in the Far East heard that tale, I reckon, from track rates. Alright. Let's hop on Kirin. And the music that plays for any of these special mounts is going to be the corresponding expansion's title theme. In this case, we get a Realm Reborn's title theme for Kirin. Very beautiful horse, with wings. Wings of light. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good way to cap off patch 2.4. So, I will see everyone soon. As we move on to patch 2.5, the final main story patch before Heavensward. We're coming up on the next expansion. Let's see what happens next. I'll see everyone next time for that.